Hey everyone, how you getting on? We've run into the weekend, so pretty quiet sort of a day today. Ran into town with the kids and grabbed a coffee and caught up with the grandparents. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do a bit tomorrow. Getting the contractor in to spray the wheat, we've saved ourselves a bit of time there. So we've got a little bit of spreading to do. So we'll take the trailing boom off the tractor. With the windrower there, it's parked in the road, and the spreader is hiding in here. We've gone to a selfie stick, and this is much better. So I'm not so in your face. I'm back a bit. So the spreader's in the back there. I'll come down here. We've got just a bit of this cool old truck. Bit of a backstory with it. It was my grandfather's, and it was out at when my father grew up out there, and it was under a tree, as a lot of this old sort of gear ends up when it's finished its time. And about the only thing that is original with it is the cabin. It's an old maple leaf, and yeah, so it had the cabin and the chassis was still there. Yeah, so my uncle's, he's a pretty handy sort of fella, and he's done it up from the ground up. So the interior's all been done up. They've redone all the motor's been fully rebuilt and that. And yeah, so it was in my cousin's shed, and I was sort of wondering what to do with it a bit. So yeah, I was more than happy to put my hand up and take it. So it usually lives in the shearing shed, but we've got it out just for shearing. So anyway, we'll get the sprayer unhooked, and we'll get the spreader hooked up. Yeah, one thing I haven't sort of added to the story is we do a fair bit of contracting now. It's turned into its own little beast. So kind of contract windrowing, harvest, sowing. We do a fair bit of contract hay work. We've got yeah, good little group of regular clients that are all close handy, that we don't have to travel for. We can sleep in our own bed each night, which is good. So this front actually came off the 7088, which we've sold, and we bought the tractor last year, and we were just sharing the front between the header and the windrower. But now we've turned it. We've kept the front and just sold the base machine itself, which is over there. Yeah, so we've sort of just converting it over. We've gone to a stubby knife guard, which is better in the canola. And yeah, we're sort of mid-maintenance mode at the moment. We've got the rollers out to do the draper bearings. These draper rollers need to come out and go and get the rubber relagged on them. The tractor's been serviced. It just needs the oil in the wheel motors changed, and we're actually looking at buying a hay front for it as well at the moment. There's one at an auction we're trying to have a crack at. This machine's done about 2,900 hours. Yeah, so we've got a frame there that you'll see in time. It goes on the back of the prime mover, and we can shift it around. Not that we're doing big Ks, but it's just good for moving the machine around quickly, and yeah, it makes it a little bit easy to move around. But yeah, I think we've got about 1,600 hectares of canola booked up this year, plus whatever else sort of falls in our lap. So yeah, that's the story behind the windrow, how we've got it. Yeah. Had a little wire come off the back of the starter, which was causing us a bit of grief. as you can see, it's a pretty tight fit here. This tractor has a category 3 quick hitch frame that usually hangs on the linkage arms, but it doesn't marry up with the spreader. So we don't usually run this tractor on the spreader. We had an 8310 John Deere on tracks that we sold earlier on in the year. We've got a new Massey Ferguson coming, but it's at the end of September, probably more likely Christmas before it'll get here, and it'll have the proper quick hitch linkage on it, and we'll run the spreader on it in time. So this tractor's sort of doing 2 jobs at once at the moment. But yeah, the trick is you sort of hook all the PDO shaft and the hydraulic hoses up first, and then back in and breathe in to get the rest of it hooked up. So we got it on in the end. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. There's not a lot of room between the spreader and the back wheel of the tractor. So the new tractors will have longer linkage arms on it, and might give you another half a foot, enough to squeeze in there to hook it up. But it's not a lot of fun. So we're running an Amazon spreader. We have done for a while. It's a pretty good spreader. We're not very rating or anything like that, but we're throwing urea to 36 metres, and yeah, it does a pretty good job. So we'll just see how tomorrow pans out. With this rain coming on Monday, we've still got a bit of loosen to finish sowing, and which I want to try and get done first. More shearing still, so I'll have to get lambs in for shearing, and yeah, we'll try and get some urea spread, but it might be dark by the time we're spreading urea, just in front of the rain. So anyway, that's the way it is, but it's beer o'clock now.